producer Jada Francis, I'm Andre Palmer. Take care.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Fearless and fair, Nationwide 90 FM. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
2 minutes after 9.
You're inside the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Good morning to you. It is Thursday, May 29, 2025. We are alive and well, and for that we give God thanks. Good morning to you. If you're listening on the 90 FM band, 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9, thank you so much for joining us on your radio. We appreciate your company there. If you are listening and watching on our YouTube channel, good morning to you. The channel is Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. That's Nationwide 90 FM LIVE with the number 2 beside that. Go on over there and subscribe. Click the subscribe button, click the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we go live. I want to say good morning to Juliet Sanchez, who's first in the YouTube chat this morning. Good morning, Juliet. Sonia Hutton, good morning to you. Errol Townsend, good morning to you, sir. Errol. David Nebar, top of the morning. Ines Campbell Murray, good morning to you. Monica Callum, good morning. Gene Sellers, good morning to you. Hugh Donaldson, top of the morning. Lily White, Melvin Brown, Heather Crandon, good morning to all of you over there on YouTube. If you are listening from our mobile app, which is available for free on the Google Play and the Apple App Store, good morning to you. And those on our website, the Listen Now option there, top of the morning to you as well. Thank you so much for making it Nationwide 90 FM. We are not in studio this morning. We're outside again. We are at the Jamaica Conference Center this time, downtown Kingston, and we're here for the Ministry of Agriculture's Minerals Week Investment Forum. So the ministry has been observing Minerals Week from May 25, and it will go on until tomorrow. There are several activities that the ministry has been doing this week. They had, of course, the launch and their church service on Sunday the 25th. On Monday, they had a land titling and subdivision permitting conference. On Tuesday, they had an educational field trip and site visit, or educational field trip and site visits. These were designed for students, sponsors, and stakeholders. So that was on Tuesday. Wednesday, they had a technical conference here at the conference center. And today is the Minerals Sector Investment Forum. During Cliff Hughes Online, you'll hear much more about the forum and why we're here. In the meantime, though, we will be taking your calls inside the Consumer Hour. The numbers to call, 876-630-9371 to 4 and 618-8255. Those are the numbers to call if you have any consumer-related matters. If you called about a matter and it was resolved already, then you can give us a call and tell us that the matter has been fixed, it has been resolved, or you got a call and you're working it out. And also, if you called about an issue and it has not been resolved, then we appreciate those calls as well. Let's see if we can nudge those who we've reached out to for you, or let you know what the holdup is with our response. But yes, you can give us a call. In the meantime, as your calls come in, I want to remind our listeners, and if you are a loyal listener to this program, you would know this already. If you're new, then maybe not. Using your cards, your debit, credit cards, whatever. If you're tapping, of course, the merchant or the vendor or whoever is at the cash register, they don't need to take your card because they just give you the machine to tap. But when they ask maybe tap or insert and you say insert and they reach out for your card, this is not to happen. This is not to happen. This is how sometimes people with ill intent get your card information. Them have the card, take the card from you and have it all about the place and do all kind of things. Get your card information and you see your card a shop on Shein. I buy $500 worth of things off of Shein and you wonder what is happening. Do not hand over your card to any merchant. Let me tell you something. These POS machines, they can either go wireless or them plug in, and the card with them plug in is like a little short card, so it can stretch, it can move. So if they ask for your card and you want to insert your card, ask for the machine. The machine is pretty straightforward, From them do what them need to do and punch in and it reach the part where savings are check-ins, then it's pretty straightforward. From there, 1 for saving, 2 for checking. You put in your PIN and it accept or it reject it. You do not need to give over your card. And if they're insisting, tell them to operate a machine. Kind of hard. As long as you can read. And if you can't understand, ask them which one I must press. Because them know. This is how a lot of the scamming with our cards, this is how it happens sometimes. I'm not going to say it happens all the times this way. And if you can tap, I don't know why some people are hesitant to tap, but if you can tap and you're comfortable with tapping, tap and move on. Because once again, this is how persons with ill intent get your information. And you might not even see it, because I've heard of stories where what them do, them take the card from you, them have it round there, turn it back on front, and later them go check back the camera, zoom in by your card and get your information. Them have all kind of tricks and trade in these things, So you must be careful. You must protect your information. So once again, if you're using your card and you're not comfortable with tapping, or your card can't tap, the tap now work, or for whatever reason it cannot tap, please do not hand over your card to any merchant. Ask for the machine or move towards the machine yourself. Insert a card, and the instructions after that are pretty straightforward. I promise you. I promise you it's not complicated. Once you get to the point of inserting your card, I promise you, after that, as long as you can read, it's pretty straightforward. And if you are not sure of which button to press, ask the cashier. They know. And they can tell you. Do not give over your card. I see Lily White in the comments say she's scared to tap. As long as you have your card secure on your person, and when it's time, you place it. Usually on most machines, you will hear a little sound, either a beep or something will indicate to you. A sound will indicate to you that it went through, and you remove the card, put it back in your purse, in your bag, in your pocket, wherever you are fine. And what you can do, if you're not sure, if it tapped 2 times or if it got through multiple times, I encourage all, as much as you can, get online banking. Because or set up some kind of system where your transactions trigger an alert. So when you do a transaction, soon after you get an email. There was a deposit here. There was a transaction here. You spent this money at this place or wherever on this date. Set up your system so that you can get an email. So that if anything untoward happens, you will know because you will see it. Your card used, you will see it. I encourage you, set up something. And if you can't navigate the system, go into the bank, let them know that you're here to learn how to use the online system. Because this is the way the world is going. This is the way the world is going. And I would hate for anybody to be left behind. All right? So I'm asking once again for all of you who use your cards, and these days a lot of people are not walking with no whole heap of cash. Nobody now walk up and down with no whole heap of cash. I spend all about the place. Most people are using their cards. Do not hand over your card to any merchant, to any vendor, anywhere you spend your money. Don't hand over your card. Ask for, if you're not tapping, ask for the machine. They can give it to you. I promise you. They can give it to you. Insist. And we've heard when we had the NCB program on during the consumer hour, we heard they told us merchants are so trained to give over the machine to the customer. So don't fall for it. All right, guys? Good. We take a break. When we come back, we will go to the phone lines and take your calls.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers provides quality insurance coverage and risk management services. The time by Spectrum Insurance Brokers Limited, setting the industry standards, is
9:14.
When last you get good bun, you don't know good bun until you have a mother's bakery bun. From you pull open the wrapper and it's soft so till. A sub bun for nice. And from when you take the first bite, love it so till. A sub bun for nice. Beg your piece.
Get your own mother's bakery bun.
I will buy one off you.
Yes, but I will charge a convenience fee.
I will take one. Me too.
Mother's Bakery Buns. A sub bun for nice. Try them today.
Good morning. You are back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton. We're coming to you live from the Jamaica Conference Center. We're here for the Ministry of Agriculture's Mineral Week Investment Forum. This is the investment forum for the minerals sector, and they are here for as part of the National Minerals Week observation. They've been having activities from Sunday, and they will continue until tomorrow. So we're here with the Ministry of Agriculture later on doing Reviews Online, much more about why we're here. But in the meantime, we are taking your calls. So we will go to the phone lines now. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Nora.
Good morning.
Yes, and good morning to the Nationwide staff and listeners in general. Company this morning, you see. Before I talk, let's get straight to the point before I take up our time. There was an incident from December 2024 where a tree fall down on the power line. You know, in certain areas, Kingston 20, Pembroke Hall to be exact, you have some power lines that run to the back of the house. And there's another house from the other side of the road, so the power line run in between the back of both houses. There's a tree next door, not on my premises, that fall down in a little freak storm in December, knock out the lines, and power was knocked out, not on my side, because I get power from the road in front of me. So there was a little spark of fire, and then the whole thing, they call JPS and they turn it off. They take 2 days to repair all of that. But in the meantime, they had to cut down the tree that was falling on the line. They cut it and put it over my yard. Now the tree is not on my property. They said they're going to come around, move it to the front, and they will pick it up. I asked the man why he don't put it over that yard.
They who?
JPS worker that came, cut down the tree from off the power line and put it there. Okay? Now I've been calling, written to them, and all kind of thing.
And they put it where? Where?
The back of my yard. The back of my yard.
Okay.
But I have emphasized that the tree was not planted in my yard.
The part that they cut from the tree, was it hanging over in your yard?
Hanging on the power line that break the power line and was hanging up there.
Yeah, what I'm trying to find out.
It won't come into my yard until they cut it and they throw it over there. They put it
Why
there.
did they put it in your yard and not the yard where the tree was planted?
Nora, I want to know why. I don't think I will be able to answer that question. When I ask them, they say they will come and move it to the front of the street, and then the truck will pick it up.
Okay.
So there wasn't any more argument to that until to the day from December. I don't know if these companies like to be exposed in a negative way, because I had called Nationwide last week or a week before, and they told me that, yes, I remember you saying specifically that who was on the line, he can't take any more call, and it was time to cut off, and I should speak to the operator. And the person took the information. I give her in details every single thing, correct spelling, everything, and say I did not want to come publicly because I don't like embarrassing people. If it can be dealt with quietly, these companies should not have people exposing them in a negative way. I told the person that was taking that, I said, make special note of that. I said to her, you can even take my voice and record it. She said, no, she will take the information and write it down. Because me don't really like to do this. You understand me? Expose nobody, me call one away or call and expect to have it rectified. Okay? It is there piled up. I make attempt to burn it. And guess what? The fire coming like it and get out of control. I had my hose on and the thing, I out it down and leave it, and it is still there pending.
All right.
And I was told that it is against the law to burn those things, and it is still there. I made connection with people who I know in the JPS thing. They promised to pass it on, and it has not done from December.
Okay, so JPS, one of your customers here, you had a reason to remove a tree from a power line that it was breaching, and you removed the tree. The tree was not in this man's yard, you know. The tree was in the other yard, but it was affecting the power line. You cut the tree, and I'm relaying the story I'm hearing. You cut the tree, put the tree in the man's backyard, The man asks you why you put it here. It's not my tree. You tell the man, don't worry. We're going to move the tree from your backyard and put it out the front so when the truck passing them can take it up. From December 2024. And JPS, it is May 2025 and you are telling me that that tree is still in the man's backyard? I am assuming it's not something him can take up and lift up on his shoulder and carry out to the front. So JPS, I'm asking kindly, you know of this situation. You are aware. Because Michelle did say she took your information and she gave it to JPS. So JPS has everything they need to go and get the tree. So JPS, we're asking that you go and get the tree from this man's backyard that you put in there and promise him that you're going to move it and you didn't. So we're asking you, JPS, and don't make him have to come back next month and tell me that the tree is still there from December. Because that don't make no sense. And I don't know why the tree would be in that man's yard when it's not film tree. But you know why you did it. So come and take it up. All right. Yes, sir. We have some other callers, so we have to go soon. But listen, quickly.
To add insult to invitation, you see, Nora, they came about 3 weeks ago and they're doing some bushing. Same way for the hurricane season along that line. You see? I told the man what happened and I relate to you. Him say it's a different contractor that him don't contract to remove that.
Which is fair.
Hear the story. No, you know? They cut some trees on the other side of the yard, you know, and it fall in my home. And I went outside there and tell them, say, look here, something the man cut and put in my place, you know, come take it out. So them come to take it out. I said, then why don't you take it out that? Remove that one that cut from long time. The man said, no, a different contractor that. Him not take it out.
And I can't wrong that man, you know. Because while maybe a little discretion or a little, you know, good in his heart may encourage him to do something beyond his contracted work, it's not everybody stays so. And I can't come on the radio and cuss that man. Because that man was contracted to do a specific job. He did his job and him clean up after fee himself. So I can't wrong him. And I won't cuss him too bad. Because it would only take a little extra for him to do that. And maybe him never have that extra within him. So I cannot wrong him.
That is so.
Who is responsible? Who is responsible is the contractor who was sent to the premises to cut down the tree and left it in your backyard. That's the person who is responsible. And so JPS now either going to have to contract someone new or try to go back and backtrack and find out who them did send in December 2024 to Pembroke Hall to go and take out the tree and send them back for it.
Because power was out for 2 days over that side, not my side.
Everything is documented. So they have it. They have it.
Okay.
All right. No problem. Yeah, man. No, man, we can't have these things just going and going and going like that, you know. And then JPS is going to tell you that the contractors have so much work across the island to do and trees all over the place, want to bush and cut down and power lines and this and that and this and that and that and that. You know what would have helped this, JPS? If immediately in the moment that contractor just finished the job. If they just finished the job, we wouldn't be here. If after him cut it down and the man asked him why you put it in my yard, and him said to him, say, I'm going to take it up and put it at the front so that the truck can come for it. If he did that in the moment, we would not be here. But this man waited 5 whole months. Even asking another contractor who come cut down some other tree and they end up in him yard and that contractor pick up after themselves. Even as far as to ask that one to finish the job of the contractor that left the tree. And that man said, well, that's not my work, that, you know, I can't do that. Can't blame him. But if we just do our work and do it properly, many of the issues that we complain about and that end up on national radio, embarrassing some of these companies, they wouldn't exist. Many of these issues would not exist if we just did our jobs and did it properly. Yet, here we are with a whole program, 1 hour program on national radio, and if we extended it to 2, we would have enough time for people to call and complain. It shouldn't be. It should not be this way. JPS, I'm asking. And I know when these things go to JPS, they take a while. They take a while. Because once again, we're going to hear that there's so many of these cases across the island. And them don't have hand to do the work. And the contractors are busy here and there, and especially now, when we are gearing up to go into June 1, the start of the hurricane season. JPS contractors are busy bushing and debushing and cutting down trees, removing trees that are very close to power lines and all of that. They're busy now. Yet from December last year, they have an incomplete job. And it's now, 5 months later, the man have to call a radio station to say, look here, I'm fed up now. I try myself, I try burn the tree, and the fire look like they're going to get out of control, so I have to out it. You beg another contractor come for your tree, that man says it's not for him job. And the man stuck with the tree in his backyard. That wasn't even supposed to be there in the first place. Well, the contractor must know why them put it over there and not in the yard where the root of the tree is. That's another story. But JPS, I beg of you. I beg. Let's see if we can sort it out. Let's see. Please. And don't make Gary have a call back. We take a break and come back with more of your calls.
Fill all your prescriptions, get cosmetics and other pharmaceutical items at Mannings Hill Pharmacy, located at 34A Mannings Hill Road, Kingston. Telephone 924-6280. At Mannings Hill Pharmacy, they stock all the hard-to-get medication. The time by Mannings Hill Pharmacy is
9:30.
Tune in to Nationwide at 5 from 6 to 8 p.m. on Thursday, May 29, as we highlight the University of the West Indies, Mona's UWI Star. UWI Star is a short-term advancement and resource center specializing in short and professional courses. Learn more and build a better future at the University of the West Indies. Unlock your potential and expand your horizons with the UWI Mona's UWI Star. It offers dynamic short courses designed for flexibility, focused on your future. Whether you're upskilling for promotion, exploring a new industry, or sharpening your job-ready skills, our cutting-edge programs are your gateway to growth. Learn anytime, anywhere with courses built to fit your lifestyle and career goals. So tune in to Nationwide at 5, Thursday, May 29 from 6 to 8 p.m. Bridge the gap between education and real-world demands with the UWI Mona's UWI Star. Catch the live stream on our YouTube channel at Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the University of the West Indies. Visit www.mona.uwi.edu/short course and take your first step towards a brighter, smarter future today.
Decorate and redecorate your space with water-resistant, colorful, and fast-drying paints from Edgechem Paint.
Tune in to Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we broadcast from the Ministry of Agriculture's Investment Forum, Thursday, May 29th, 2025, at the Jamaica Conference Center. The Investment Forum is one of the many events during National Minerals Week 2025. The Investment Forum, with keynote speaker Honorable Floyd Green, focuses on investment incentives and sustainability. We will broadcast live from the event, giving listeners island-wide front row access to Jamaica's mineral future. Don't miss us as we unearth the possibilities. So tune in to Cliff Hughes Online, Thursday, May 29th. It's the Ministry of Agriculture's Investment Forum at the Jamaica Conference Center. Catch the live stream on our YouTube channel at Nationwide 90 FM Live too. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. You are back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Norige Banton. We're taking your calls this morning. The phone lines are 876-630-9371 to 4 and 618-8255. Those are the numbers. If you have any consumer-related matters, you can give us a call. Just to quickly pick up from what I was saying before the break, before we go back to the phone lines, Miss Blossom, I'm coming. Property owners, you are not, getting away scot-free where trees and power lines are concerned, because you have a responsibility as well to realize that your tree is going to grow up to the power line and to trim it, to limit before it gets to that point. You in the yard, you sit and watch the tree grow and grow and grow and grow up in the power line, and then your cuss and call JPS said them now come in time to cut down the tree. When it was there in time, you could have catch it in time for cut it down. And do not plant any tree. Don't go forestry department go buy no mango tree and go and plant it under the power line. And when the tree grow big and the mango them full up on it now, you say you can't cut it down because it's full of mango and you waste the mango them. Do not plant trees close to the power line, because you're going to have to constantly cut them down. So property owners, you are not without responsibility here. Just to make that clear. Miss Blossom, good morning.
Good morning. Morning, Nora. How are you?
I am not too bad, Miss Blossom. How are you?
I am really disgusted about a problem I'm having with the Water Commission. I'm in the Kingston 20 area, Doheny Park to be exact. All right. I recently moved in the area. I moved here at the end of March. No, the sewer that runs through the community. When I came here, it rained, and the 3 times it rained, the manhole that covers the thing in the middle of the road, it overflows and sewer runs down the street. I called the Water Commission on the 28th of April at 2:50 p.m. I spoke to them. Customer service rep, I will call her name. She gave me a reference number and said within 24 hours somebody will descend to look at it. The following morning, within 24 hours, I heard something like this. The big truck with the hose and thing on it. I heard it.
Yeah.
I rushed out to look if it was it. I was getting ready, so I saw it drove past. And that happened when I called those 3 times it rained heavily, and that happened. No, nothing has been done as far as I know. But let me tell you what is happening now. This morning, I smelled sewer. When I looked out, it's overflowing in the middle of the street, running down the street. So,
which road is this?
Mays Avenue, MAIS Avenue, Doheny Park.
Mays Avenue in Doheny Park.
Yes.
Sewage, at this moment, the sewage water is running over.
At this moment, and there's no rain. It happens on Doheny Drive, I realized, when I have spoken to the persons who live in the area for some time. They said it normally happens there, but it's the first it is happening when I moved into the area, I realized, and I inquired. They said it was never happening here. It happened out on the main, across from the police station, on the drive, and so on. But happened 3 times, 4 times, and this one, there's no rain, and the sewer is running down the street.
All right. So NWC, want to hear for you. Sewage water running over in Duhaney Park on Mays Avenue and sometimes also on Duhaney Drive when it rains. Now clearly is some blockage happening somewhere. The sewage water is not getting to run freely, and so when there's excess water from the rain, it overflows. Now NWC, the hurricane season is upon us. And hurricanes, of course, come with rain. I don't know how long this has been happening in Duhaney Park, but I would hate for the residents to just be comfortable with it now, to say, well, I saw it stay. Sewage water is not a pleasant scent. So I cannot imagine such a scent rising every time it rains in front of my yard. I couldn't imagine that.
I know, right? It is not
So
even
end up-
raining now. It's not even raining now.
It raining somewhere though and it run down.
But yesterday at the street that goes, that the mayor's having a run onto, I drove down there yesterday and so was spewing from 2 areas on that street below.
NWC, one here for you. Mr. Williams, responsible for the PR at NWC. The sewage water in Duhaney Park, yeah man, the people them tired of it now. Mays Avenue, it was reported.
I have a
Miss Blossom here thought the truck. Yeah. So when you speak to the producer, you can give her that information.
All right.
As a matter of fact, you can speak to her now and just give her the information you have. Reference number and your address and so forth. Yeah, man, no problem.
Right.
But MWC, come on, man. Come on. Sewage water isn't, first, not even just the scent, but that's a health risk. Anybody walking on the road in that time. Come on. We don't have to go any further with that. But NWC, Mays Avenue and Duhaney Drive in Duhaney Park, the sewage water is running over. You need to go down now and see what is happening, what is blocking up the line, so that it can allow the water to run freely, and even when it rains, it won't block up. And the people them who throw the things them in the gully, yeah, who live on the gully bank and who pass the gully and just throw over the things them, yeah, this is the result. This is what happens when the garbage flow down and block up everywhere and the water cannot get to run freely. This is what happens. So let's stop being nasty and dispose of our garbage properly. Gully is not a pit. Gully is not a skip. Gully is not a garbage bin. The gully is there for a specific reason, and it's not to collect garbage. So do not throw your garbage in the gully. So, I find it fascinating when we cuss. The government not clean the drain. The government them not clean the drain. I wonder how the drain them get dirty. I wonder how buckle and snack bag and fridge and whatnot reach into the gully. Now the government show it there, It's we, the residents, the citizens of Jamaica. And then we, CM1, cuss. The drains must clean, because them have to clean. There's a problem and you have to fix it. But what I'm saying is we don't have to get there. Bobby, good morning.
Morning, Miss Nora. I was speaking to you the other day when I called Tyrone pertaining to the pension thing. And up to since me you would call on your program pertaining to
yes.
pension issue toward the NWC.
You are a NWC worker?
Yeah, was. I am not anymore. I was made redundant. But what I call about, you see, I would like to ask the NWC Vice President at the Pension Department to see what must I do for them to correct my issue that I was speaking to you about the other day, you and Tyrone. You remember?
I don't quite remember, to be very honest with you.
Yeah, I was speaking to you about an issue that I have had with them where I was an MWC worker, permanent worker, and them have me at part-time. For 10 years that I work with them for. I work with the parish council for 5 and for 5. Now them to take over my issue from the parish council and combine it that I get my full 10 years support. Until to the day I can't get my support, I can't even buy what I'm supposed to buy from the medication. And I can't get the answer from the VP at NWC. I don't want to call no name on the radio still.
Please don't. But I'm going to suggest to you what I suggested to the caller yesterday. You see, because this is not a regular water supply issue.
I understand.
It's more difficult it's kind of a deeper HR problem. And so I'm going to ask you to go to...
Miss Nora, HR is a thing that they come like, true, me not working anymore with the company. When you go to the office in the parish office, them say it's Kingstone problem. You get me? When I went to Barbados Avenue in Kingstone, I can't get nothing from them. I leave some documents by the St. office to go to Kingstone and I want to be called by the personnel at the HR office. That the documents them is still there. And it's that from February that. You get me understanding of what I talk about?
Yes, I understand what you're saying.
This thing I getting frustrated because we are 65 now, Miss Nora. And I work so long and we get the little benefit from them and them a cheat. Come like a cheat, them a cheat me outside. Now them have me on temporary when I work permanent too much years. And then they can't carry it on now. That not sound good, Miss Nora.
Alright, but
Getting frustrated, man. I'm listening to you, ma'am. I'm listening to you.
Okay, I understand your frustration. As I was saying earlier, this may be, difficult for us to just, go to, the PR representative who we usually communicate with about water supply issues. It's really a deeper HR problem, and yours is also a specific case. And so, we're still gonna take your information just in case NWC they do reach out to get your information and see how best they can assist. However, I'm also gonna ask you to try to reach out to the union that represented you while you were at NWC.
See if you used to represent me. Jalgo and BITU. I reach out to the BITU office one stuff so and so. And him take me documents them and say more get on the bottom of it. Until today,
all right, I'm gonna ask
him see him one send me to the office in the parish, so that must carry my documents them to the office in the parish and further. Then him talk to him again. Him tell me same talk to the lady up at the pension department in New Kingstone. And I must call him back. When I call him back, I get no answer back from him. So I be running around and nobody know how to rectify the matter. And that not sound good. That come like a cheat, them a cheat people out of what them supposed to get.
All right.
May I listen to you, ma'am?
All right. So, as I said, we're going to take your information. I can't guarantee that there will be a response here because, as I said before, it's really an HR problem, a deeper HR issue that needs to be solved, in HR at NWC and with your union. I'm going to encourage you to see if you can visit the union office again to just let them know that you are still sitting with this frustration and ask them if they can, put some urgency on it for you. We are going to take your information. And NWC, please, if you can assist in any way, please reach out so that we can give Bobby's information to you and assist him. But Bobby, I'm just putting it out there that I'm not sure about this one based on how we communicate with NWC and the issues that they assist us with. Understand? All right, Bobby. We're going to take a break and come back with more.
Decorate and redecorate your space with water-resistant, colorful, and fast-drying paints from Edgechem Paints. The time by Edgechem Paints, changing lives 1 gallon at a time, is
9:47.
Spring into style with Unique Living. Upgrade your home with our extensive range of products. Get sleek shower panels, stylish vanities, LED and non-LED mirrors, plus kitchen sinks, closet solutions, ceiling fans, and more. Available in various finishes and sizes. Visit shop number 6, 30 Dunrobin Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-755-3661 or visit our website at www.uniquelivingja.com. Don't wait to spring into style with Unique Living. Tune in to Nationwide at 5 from 6 to 8 p.m. on Thursday, May 29, as we highlight the University of the West Indies, Mona's UWI Star. UWI Star is a short-term advancement and resource center specializing in short and professional courses. Learn more and build a better future at the University of the West Indies. Unlock your potential and expand your horizons with the UWI Mona's UWI Star. It offers dynamic short courses designed for flexibility, focused on your future. Whether you're upskilling for promotion, exploring a new industry, or sharpening your job-ready skills, our cutting-edge programs are your gateway to growth. Learn anytime, anywhere with courses built to fit your lifestyle and career goals. So tune in to Nationwide at 5, Thursday, May 29 from 6 to 8 p.m. Bridge the gap between education and real-world demands with the UWI Mona's UWI Star. Catch the live stream on our YouTube channel at Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by the University of the West Indies. Visit www.mona.uwi.edu/short course and take your first step towards a brighter, smarter future today.
Good morning. You are back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton. We're coming to you live from the Jamaica Conference Center, downtown Kingston. We're here for the Ministry of Agriculture's Mineral Sector Investment Forum. Of course, as usual, more later on during Cliff Hughes Online. In the meantime, we're still taking your calls here in the Consumer Hour. Smithy, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Nora. How are you?
I'm going good. How are you?
I'm thanking God I'm alive.
Amen.
Yes. Nora, I'm calling you about a situation here we're having in our community, the community of Roomstown district that is in South Manchester. Ever since we had the hurricane July last year, JPS had not done a good job where putting up the light poles are concerned. Right now, at least 3 times per week, and multiply that for the month, we are out of power. Sometimes it's not the entire community, but some of the residents. Why? Because the wires are so low that when the bauxite trucks are passing, it touches the wire and drags the wire down. Not only the wires, but also the pole coming down. And right now, that is what we are experiencing. For 2 days straight, some of us were out of electricity as a result of this. That happened from last week, Nora, and up until now, JPS don't come, straighten up their pole. And remember that the telephone company has their wire on the JPS pole, so that is even lower than the JPS pole. Right now, when the trucks come through, they just drag on the wire and pull them down because they can't do any better because the wires are so low. And JPS has not reached there up until now to do something about the pole and the wires that are hanging down. There's this lady that the pole is exactly at her gate, and every time that a truck is coming through, she has to run out of her house, because the fires are gashing on the wire whenever time the truck comes through and touch on it. So she just sit there waiting to hear a truck coming through to just run out of the house. Because if the pole come down, it's going to come down on our house. I'm frustrated about it. We don't know what else to do.
And this problem didn't exist before the hurricane?
No, never existed. And the thing about it is that pole that is at her gate, instead of pushing the pole back in from the road, they pull it closer to the road. And it's a corner. So when the trucks are so big, the tanker trucks, the whatever it is at the backside coming through with, the corner is shaped in such a way that they have to swing over to the ladies' gate in order to straighten up to get on the street. So they're always in, because they pull the pole out to the road now, it's difficult for the truck to maneuver that corner.
Okay.
It's frustrating. And we got our things spoiling in our refrigerator because power keep going and we have to, go through an entire day or two without electricity. And JPS falls. From day one, they did not put up the poles then properly after the hurricane because they were rushing to meet deadlines. They had not done a good job. Right now, we're looking for the one at the lady gate to come down. If another truck comes and pull on that line, that pole is going to come down.
All right, JPS. So this community in South Manchester, Roomstone District, it is, they're claiming you didn't... Prattville.
Yeah.
So they're claiming, JPS, you didn't do a very good job at putting back up the wires and the poles after Beryl, July last year. And so because of the incomplete, or I don't know, the job that you did, they're saying that the wires are too low, truck passing and drawing down the wire, and there's a lady where the pole is right at her house, and when the truck pass, gosh, a fire.
Yes,
and
running on it, and this lady, she's traumatized by it. Can you imagine the fear?
And you've reported this to JPS, right?
Yes, it has been reported. They say that they log it into, but they have not come to do anything.
Why?
Have not come to do anything. And the truck have to pass there every single day because that's the route for to go to the backside, the site of the where they draw the dirt and stuff.
JPS, this one here for you, and you don't want the hurricane to come, if one comes this year, and meet this job with the low line and the truck passing and the pole almost falling down. So JPS, this is...
The thing is so low that a big man can just jump and catch and hang on to it.
All right, JPS. So Roomstone District in the Prattville area of South Manchester, they're having frequent power outages because the lines are too low, the pole them not stable, and everything I get touch and leak when the truck them pass, and the truck them pass every day. So JPS, please add Roomstone District in Prattville, South Manchester to your list of areas to firm up before the hurricane season begins. Thank you, JPS. Stay on the line so that Michelle can take your contact. In case they need a contact number, they need some direction or anything, stay on the line and give Michelle your contact number. Tell her the area and all the information so that she can log it and give it to JPS. All right?
Okay, Nora, thank you so much.
Yeah, man, no problem. JPS, NWC, JPS. You guys have work to do. Of course you know that. But some of these issues, yeah man, we could avoid them. So I'm imploring both utility providers to just get the work done. That's all the time we have for the Consumer Hour this morning. We're going to make way now for Cliff Hughes online, and we will end this live stream, as I've been saying from the beginning of the week, and there will be a new live stream started for Cliff Hughes online, just to let you know in case you're joining for the first time this week. We leave it there and make way for Cliff Hughes online.
That was the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Tune in.